Good morning. It's Thursday, and everyone knows that that's the time that we step out of our box and we do in our projects. So I've got something fun today for the summer. I think you're gonna like it. We will be making a planter. And once again, we're doing my favorite thing. We're taking objects that we have around the house and we're recycling them into something cool. So get ready to have some fun, get your imagination going. You are going to be doing a little bit of design work on your planter, and I will be right back for us to get started. All right, let's get started. Here's what we're making today, this planter. It's made with a Pepsi bottle, and just make sure that when you choose your bottle, you get it all cleaned. You're going to have to get all the gummy stuff off of that, and then it'll be ready to go. But let me show you what you're going to need for the project. First of all, you'll need an empty bottle. This is a big 2-liter pop bottle that I used. You're going to need some Sharpie markers. Not a whole lot of colors. You could even go with 2 different colors. You could even go with just a black one. Whatever you have on hand will work for you, but you want to use the Sharpie markers because they're waterproof and they are translucent, meaning that you'll be able to see through them and the light will shine through them. You'll also need to have a ruler and a pair of good scissors that are somewhat sharp. You'll need some yarn or string, thicker string. If you don't have yarn, you're going to need some potting soil, and you can get this out of your yard or you can buy some at the dollar store. And you'll need to find a little plant. If you don't have a plant, you can also start with seeds. So if you have some sunflower seeds or other type of vegetable seeds, this is a great way to get those started. All right, let's get going. So the first thing I did was I cut my bottle. And this one's already cut, but I am going to kind of demonstrate how I did this part of the process. So I had my pop bottle, I emptied it out, I got the gluey stuff off, I got it dry and clean, and then I took my ruler and I measured up about 7 inches, and I took a Sharpie and I made a mark, 7 inches, another mark, 7 inches, another mark, and then another mark, and I took a little bit of string. Let's get some string here, and I just wrapped it around where those marks were, put a piece of tape on it, and then I took my pen and I made a line all the way around so that it was even when I went to cut it. Take your scissors, poke into it, and cut it all the way around following that guideline. You may want to have an adult help you with this part of the project. This bottle is very thin. It was easy to cut, but some are a little bit thicker, and it may require you to kind of jab it a little bit before you can make that initial hole so that you can cut it. All right, so once that's all done, here's what you'll have. This will be the base, and this will be the portion that your plant's going to sit in. Fits really nice, just like that. What I did was I took Sharpie, and this bottle was kind of cool. This was a 1.25 liter Pepsi bottle, and it already had some designs on here in the plastic. So with my Sharpies, I was just kind of able to fill in the lines, and I think it looks pretty neat. When it's sitting in the sunlight, it looks like stained glass almost. But you can do anything you want to. You can create your own designs. I started with some waves here. So pretty much all you need to do is draw some lines and then go ahead and color those in however you like. You can use a variety of colors. If you only have a black Sharpie, you could do, I was thinking kind of a zebra print would be a cool thing to do, or just some black and white geometric designs. But work on this until you get it done how you like it, and I even colored in the bottom. All right, so that's kind of the fun part of this. That's the base for your planter. The next thing we'll be doing is we need to make a wick. So how this works is you're going to fill the bottom of your container with water, and you're going to make a wick which will soak up the water and take it up into the plant. So it's essentially self-watering. All you have to do is make sure that you have water in the base here, and it'll take care of your plant. So that's kind of cool. I like that feature. So the way I made my wick is I got a piece of paper and I just started wrapping my yarn around and around. I'm going to have to tie another one on here real quick. And you're going to need quite a bit of yarn. Just tie a little knot. This is kind of the tricky part here. There you go, that'll work. And just keep wrapping this around. Whoops, that didn't work, did it? Be a little patient here. I hope everybody's having a good week. The weather's been warm once again. I hope you're getting outside, having some fun. I know I have been. Here we go. Okay, so let's get back here. So we'll just keep winding, winding, winding. And that should probably be enough, so I'm going to cut this off. Like so. And this is what's going to form my wick. So the first thing I need to do is tie this little bundle in a knot at the top. And this is a little tricky too. You may have to practice at that. You want to get all of these through here. And then pull this tight. And then you're going to have to make sure that the knot is big enough so that it won't go through this hole. And that's going to work just fine. If it's not big enough, if you found that you haven't used enough yarn, just tie 2 knots, make it a little bit thicker, because we're going to cut this off so you'll have more string to work with. Alright, so I'm going to cut this off right here. And that will be my wick. Alright, so the rest is easy. All we're going to do is plant our plant. This is a succulent. I don't know if anybody's worked with those before, but they're kind of cool. They don't require a whole lot of water. In fact, I've got some at home, and you don't have to water them much at all, maybe once a week. But put some of your potting soil in there. And then take your plant. It gets a little messy here. I'm going to break up those roots just a little bit. Push that down in there. And then we'll pour the rest of this dirt around the edges. If you're going to start with the seed, then all you would have to do would be to put your dirt in and plant your seeds. We'll go over here where I've got a little room. I'm just going to put the rest of the soil in. Try not to make too much of a mess. I'm working on some craft paper, so I won't have this dirt all over our table. But just press that down, and there you have it. Makes a nice little planter for a gift. Once you get it all colored, it's going to look pretty in your window. And just make sure you keep it full of water, probably just above where the wick comes out of the opening. And you're all set to go. I always enjoy coming to you through the internet to show you fun art projects. If you have any ideas of things you'd like to do, feel free to give us a text or comment on our Facebook page. Also, watch us on our YouTube channel. If you've missed parts of this, you can go back and find out what you missed and see how to do it. We've got lots of things for you online, story times, crafts for the little ones, all kinds of fun things. So make sure you stay tuned in to the White Pigeon Library. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.